Batman the Animated Series, folks. Curious about the man behind the Bat Mask? This Warner Bros. Masterpiece, spanning 4 intense seasons, is often hailed as one of the best superhero animated series ever, winning multiple Emmy Awards. Step into Gotham's dark corners, where the Dark Knight faces off against iconic villains and untangles mysteries. Armed with his legendary gadgets, embark on this gripping tale from the suspenseful start to the climactic end. It's time to unravel Batman's daring escapades. Are you ready for the thrill? But first, some context, shall we? In the heart of Gotham City, we have Batman, the Dark Knight himself, our caped hero who's not just strong, brave, super smart, and resourceful, but also shrouded in mystery. He's backed by his young, energetic sidekick Robin, who brings extra courage and enthusiasm to every adventure. The wise and ever so caring Alfred, Batman's butler, oversees their missions and offers invaluable guidance and support. His wisdom may hold the key to unforeseen challenges.
He came to you for help? It must be serious.
We encounter a gallery of unforgettable villains among the city's bustling streets and shadowy corners. There's the Joker, with his wild schemes and crazy laughter, always plotting against Batman.
The fact of the matter is we each have an almost Gotham Batman story.
The mysterious Catwoman elegantly walks a fine line between friend and foe. Her motives are as sneaky as her acrobatic moves. Can she be trusted?
That was for saving my cat.
Is that all it was for?
Maybe not.
And let's not forget the icy chill of Mr. Freeze, whose cold exterior hides a heart-wrenching tragic past.
I'm beyond emotions. They've been frozen dead in me.
Could there be more to his story? But Batman's world isn't just about the clash between good and evil. It's a tapestry of complex relationships, cunning strategies, and moral dilemmas, all set against a city that never sleeps. Who will face the toughest decision tonight? Each character, hero, or villain adds depth and color to this animated saga, making every episode a new discovery in storytelling.
You're one to talk lizard lips. June? He's a guest.
Excited yet? You should be, as we unfold the tales of Batman, Robin, and their friends and foes. We enter a world bustling with adventure and intrigue. What secrets will be revealed? Now let's jump straight into the first episode. In The Cat and the Claw Part 1, Catwoman, the sneaky cat burglar with a heart for animals, steals a shiny necklace, but Batman's right on her tail.
Probably my imagination.
Probably not.
Her whip and acrobatics are quick, but ta-da! Batman's just as fast. In a thrilling chase, she almost loses her cat Isis, but guess who saves the day? Batman, of course. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne, our favorite billionaire and Batman's alter ego, wins a charity auction date with Selina Kyle. Yup, that's Catwoman minus her mask. Is romance in the air, or is it a ruse? She's fighting to save mountain lions, but oh no, Multigon International, led by Stern, snatched her dreamland for their resort. Enter the mysterious Red Claw, leading a menacing group in Gotham. Things get super intense. Catwoman's busy uncovering secrets at Multigon, but oops, she's caught. After a rooftop escape with Batman's help, she rushes home.
My hero.
Not knowing a thug sees her true face, the suspense mounts. In on leather wings, Gotham City is shaken by a series of break-ins at pharmaceutical companies. But the real shocker? They're perpetrated by a mysterious half-bat, half-human creature. This leads Detective Harvey Bullock to form a special task force to capture the alleged culprit, Batman. But is Batman the real villain here? Batman investigates the robberies and discovers hair samples and audio tapes of the creature. Despite Bullock's task force efforts, Batman skillfully escapes with the evidence. Analyzing samples, Batman suspects Dr. March, a zoologist at Gotham Zoo, might be up to something. At the zoo, Batman confronts Kirk Langstrom, who reveals his jaw-dropping secret. He has created a formula that transforms him into the terrifying Man-Bat. Kirk's addiction to the formula leads to a thrilling aerial battle across Gotham, which finally makes it clear to Commissioner Gordon and Bullock that Batman and Man-Bat are separate entities. Batman eventually subdues Man-Bat, reverses his transformation, and returns him to his wife. The tale wraps up with Gotham's eye-opening realization of Batman's innocence and the recent crimes, and Man-Bat's tragic struggle with his own creation. In Heart of Ice, Gotham's literally chillin' with a new baddie, Mr. Freeze. But what's his chilling plan? This frosty fellow is on a cold-hearted mission, swiping parts to build a mega freeze cannon. Why? Revenge. That's why. Batman's hot on the trail, but oops, he gets a super chilly welcome and ends up frozen by Mr. Freeze. Turns out, Freeze used to be scientist Victor Freeze. His sad story, a tale of love and loss, as he tried to save his sick wife Nora with cryogenics.
Subjects like my own beloved wife, Nora. Once a remedy has been found.
But GothCorp's nasty boss, Ferris Boyle, messed things up, leaving Nora frozen and Freeze needing a Sub-Zero suit to survive.
Get out! Get out!
Freeze's icy plan to give Boyle a frosty surprise at an award ceremony. But Batman, sniffling from a cold himself, heroically swoops in to save the day. His unexpected weapon, hot chicken soup. Yup, you heard it right. Batman uses it to crack Freeze's suit, putting an end to his freezing frenzy. Ultimately, Freeze is left with frosty regrets in Arkham, while Batman, feeling sympathy for the guy, watches with a mix of emotions. What'll happen next in this icy tale of revenge and redemption? Stay tuned. In Feet of Clay Part 1, Gotham's got a wild case. Bruce Wayne, or so it seems, meets Lucius Fox with a sly smile. But surprise, it's not Bruce, it's Matt Hagen, a once famous actor now addicted to a face-changing goo called Renew You. The stakes? This goo, made by the sneaky Roland Daggett, hides Matt's scars from a car crash. But when Matt, disguised as fake Bruce, gets Lucius hurt, it's time for the real Batman to step in. The plot thickens as Daggett decides he wants Matt gone. Desperate for more goo, Matt gets caught and force-fed the stuff,
Let's give him all he'll ever need.
turning him into a clay-like creature. Yikes, what'll he become? Meanwhile, Batman's chasing clues, dangling baddies from the Batwing, and even gets himself arrested in his effort to clear his name. And Matt, he's horrified to see he's now a living clay monster.
Matt, is that you? What in heaven's name did they do to you?
Morph beyond recognition. Talk about a tough day in Gotham. What's next for Matt? In Feet of Clay Part 2, Gotham's in for a wild ride. Matt Hagen, now a shape-shifting Clayface, is on a mission for revenge against the sneaky Roland Daggett, who tricked him into becoming this clay monster. Meanwhile, Batman's on a quest to clear his name and tracks down a guy named Germs, who spills the beans about Hagen's disguise game. But whoops, Clayface, disguised as a cop, snatches Germs right from Batman's grasp. The action heats up at Summer Gleason's talk show, where Clayface, disguised as an audience member, confronts Daggett about the addictive Renew You. Batman jumps into the fray, but Clayface is a tough cookie, changing shapes and overpowering Batman. In a clever twist, Batman uses Clayface's old movie clips to confuse him, causing him to lose control and collapse, briefly revealing his true face.
You know what I'd have given for a death scene like this?
With Daggett caught and Clayface presumed dead, Batman suspects Clayface might still be out there. And guess what? He's right. Clayface, disguised as a young woman, is laughing in the shadows, hinting at more mischief to come. In It's Never Too Late, Arnold Stromwell, Gotham's aging crime boss, faces conflict with rival Rupert Thorne. Oh no, Stromwell's son Joey's missing, and he suspects Thorne is involved. Batman, cleverly disguised as a hobo, overhears Thorne's devious plot to assassinate Stromwell. As Stromwell heads to meet Thorne, he's haunted by a childhood memory of a near-fatal train accident involving his brother Michael. The meeting is a setup, and Stromwell narrowly escapes a bomb thanks to Batman's intervention. Batman takes Stromwell on a tour of his past, including the neighborhood where he began as a drug peddler and a drug rehabilitation center where Joey is suffering from addiction. Stromwell's estranged wife, Connie, shockingly reveals Joey was hooked on drugs by one of Stromwell's own dealers. Stromwell agrees to turn over incriminating files, but double-crosses Batman.
I'm big bad news. Always have been, always will be.
What about Joey?
They're both ambushed by Thorne. The chase leads back to the rail yard, where Stromwell reunites with his brother Michael, now a priest who lost a leg leaving Stromwell in their youth. As Thorne prepares to kill the brothers, bam! Batman intervenes. Stromwell, moved by his brother's appeal and his son's plight, decides to cooperate with the police. Batman fades into the night as Stromwell begins to make amends. In Joker's favor, Charlie Collins, just your average Gotham guy, accidentally yells at the Joker in traffic. And ends up promising a favor to save his skin. 2 years later, Joker cashes in. Charlie must help at Commissioner Gordon's award dinner. Simple, right? Just open a door for Joker's sidekick, Harley Quinn. But Gotham's always complex. Charlie's hand gets glued to the door, and the Joker turns the dinner into a freeze frame with paralyzing gas. Pinning a bomb on Gordon. Enter Batman. Thanks to Charlie's homemade bat signal, Batman swoops in just in time, chucking the bomb outside and saving the day. The twist? Charlie, tired of being Joker's hobby, confronts him with a bomb of his own. The Joker freaks out, thinking it's real, but surprise, it's just confetti. Batman nabs a very rattled Joker, and Charlie, he's just happy to get back to his everyday life. What a wild ride for an ordinary guy. In The Cat and the Claw Part 2, the episode centers around Batman's confrontation with Red Claw, a terrorist leader. Batman learns of a potential train heist involving Red Claw, who successfully steals a canister containing a deadly plague from a military train. Batman is unable to stop her as she threatens to release the plague. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle's alter ego, Catwoman, is targeted by Red Claw's men.
Here go your 9 lives, kitty cat.
Bruce Wayne, on a date with Selina, manages to evade their attack. Batman, connecting Catwoman to Red Claw through a clue, confronts Maven for information about Catwoman's whereabouts. Catwoman infiltrates Red Claw's facility, but is caught and rescued by Batman. Both are captured by Red Claw and left in a bunker with the plague virus. Catwoman escapes, and Batman destroys the virus by igniting a tanker truck. Red Claw, pursuing Catwoman, is attacked by a mountain lion, allowing Catwoman to escape. In the end, Batman, admitting his feelings for Catwoman, reluctantly arrests her, highlighting the complexity of their relationship and the challenges of justice in Gotham. In Pretty Poison, Gotham's got a blooming problem. 5 years after Harvey Dent and Bruce Wayne dig up the first dirt for a new prison, Stonegate, Harvey's in love with a stunning lady, Pamela Isley. But after a smooch from Pamela, Harvey's suddenly sick. Batman, aka Bruce, smells something fishy. He discovers that the kiss was poisoned with a rare wild thorny rose.
Their newest is a perfume called Nightshade.
It's deadly.
Which is now extinct. Who's behind this? Pamela Isley, who's really Poison Ivy. She's mad about her precious plans being destroyed for Stonegate. Batman confronts Ivy in her greenhouse, but he gets trapped by a giant Venus flytrap. After a wild tussle, Batman swaps the rare rose for an antidote to save Harvey. Finally, Harvey wakes up safe, and Poison Ivy, locked in Stonegate, vows revenge. What a thorny situation. In Nothing to Fear, University is rocked by spooky heists, and guess who's behind them? The Scarecrow is a former psychology professor with a grudge and fear gas. Bruce Wayne, also known as Batman, faces harsh words about his family legacy. Meanwhile, Scarecrow's causing chaos, turning a security guard's spider fear into a nightmare. Batman jumps into action but gets a nasty surprise, a dose of fear gas making him see his biggest fear, disappointing his dad.
Bruce, you have failed me.
Father? Scarecrow's next target, a university benefit. He fills the room with fear gas, but Batman, still shaking off his fears, swings into action. Climbing onto Scarecrow's escaping dirigible, Batman faces his hallucinations head on, declaring, "I am Batman."
I am the knight. I am Batman.
And saves the day. Batman tracks down Scarecrow at his chemical plant, where Scarecrow gets a taste of his own medicine, seeing Batman as a giant bat monster. Back at the police department, Commissioner Gordon finds Scarecrow strung up by Batman. Case closed. And Bruce, he's leaving roses at his parents' grave, walking away a little braver. In Be a Clown, Gotham's Mayor Hill criticizes Batman during a speech, comparing him to criminals like the Joker.
Do you include Batman in those rotten apples, Mayor?
Absolutely.
The Joker, watching this, gets offended and decides to target Hill.
What? Compare me to Batman? I got more style, more brain.
By infiltrating his son Jordan's birthday party as Jekko the Clown. Feeling neglected by his father, Jordan runs away with the Joker, not realizing his true identity. Batman, suspecting the Joker's involvement, investigates and concludes that Jekko is the Joker in disguise. At the Joker's hideout and amusement park, Batman arrives to rescue Jordan. The Joker tries to kill Batman with a water tank trap and later chases Jordan through the park. Batman, after escaping the trap, confronts the Joker on a roller coaster. Saving Jordan from a dangerous fall. As the adventure wraps up, Jordan safely returning to his father, who finally realizes the importance of being there for his son. Batman, watching from afar, acknowledges Jordan's bravery with a thumbs up, marking the end of a perilous adventure. In Appointment in Crime Alley, Gotham's notorious businessman Roland Daggett conspires with his arsonist Nitro to wickedly destroy Crime Alley for his own profit.
You do good work, Mr.
Meanwhile, Batman, aware of Daggett's shady plans, has a personal commitment to honor in Crime Alley. As Batman patrols, he unexpectedly encounters a young girl seeking help. Her mother is being intimidated by Daggett's men, forcing residents to leave. Batman heroically intervenes, defeating the thugs and learning of their connection to Daggett. Dr. Leslie Tompkins, running a clinic nearby, worries as Batman is late for their annual meeting. Venturing out, she's captured by Nitro and tied up in a building rigged with explosives.
Urban redevelopment, lady. That's what this is all about. Tell me if the rope's too tight.
Simultaneously, Batman handles a desperate man threatening to kill a clerk from Daggett Industries. After resolving this crisis, Batman discovers Leslie's absence and begins a frantic search, guided by a homeless man's clue about her whereabouts. Meanwhile, Daggett gives a speech, oblivious to the imminent danger his plans pose. Batman, racing against time, saves Leslie and defuses the bombs, averting a catastrophe in Crime Alley. Confronting Daggett publicly, Batman reveals the foiled plot, but Daggett slyly denies involvement.
Excuse me.
Despite his anger, Batman is reminded by Leslie of their important appointment. The story concludes with Batman and Leslie paying respects at the site of his parents' murder, symbolizing Batman's unending commitment to Gotham and its people, including those in Crime Alley. In The Clock King, Temple Fugate, once a punctual businessman, turns into the vengeful Clock King after a bad day caused by Mayor Hill's offhand advice. 7 years later, he's out to settle the score. Batman's on the case when Fugate messes with traffic lights and embarrasses Hill.
Another piece of outlandish graffiti? Is this somebody's idea of a joke?
Digging deeper, Batman finds clues leading to Gotham's new subway station, where Hill faces a disastrous opening ceremony, thanks to Clock King. But the real shocker, Fugate traps Hill on a giant clock, aiming for a crushing end. Batman and the Clock King face off in a clock tower showdown, with Batman rescuing Hill just in time. Fugate vanishes in the chaos, leaving Batman to wonder when this timely foe will strike next. In the last laugh, April Fool's Day turns totally bonkers with Joker's laughing gas.
Oh, the disgusting.
People are giggling uncontrollably and causing mayhem. Batman quickly figures out it's Joker's handiwork.
The gas.
Meanwhile, Joker and his henchmen, wearing gas masks, are having a field day stealing from laughter-struck citizens. Batman discovers that the gas could cause permanent insanity, and bam, he's on a race against time, especially after finding Alfred affected by the gas too. The showdown is at sea, where Batman battles a robotic clown captain on Joker's barge. After a dizzying fight, Batman ends up underwater but escapes just in time. Back on land, he faces Joker in a junkyard, outsmarts the robotic captain, and saves the day.
Batman! You wouldn't let me fry, would you?
Back at Wayne Manor, Alfred's cleaning up his gas-induced mess, and Bruce pulls an April Fool's joke of his own.
I'll just take it out of your salary for the next couple of years.
Gotcha, Alfred. In Two-Face Part 1, Gotham's District Attorney Harvey Dent faces his darkest days. He's battling Rupert Thorne's gang with Batman's help. But what happens when a mudslinging crook unexpectedly triggers Harvey's hidden rage, revealing his split personality, Big Bad Harv?
You little weasel! I'll tear you apart!
Help! At a campaign party, another outburst has Harvey's fiancée, Grace, and his friend Bruce Wayne deeply worried.
He's been blocked! Like all the rest!
Could this be the beginning of something more sinister? Under hypnosis, we learn Harvey's anger unleashed Big Bad Harv as a kid. Psychiatrist Dr. Nora Crest tries to help, but Harvey's reluctant. Fearing it'll ruin his re-election, Thorne's spy overhears Harvey's secrets and uses it to blackmail him. Harvey, now desperately cornered, lets Big Bad Harv take over, leading to a tense showdown in a chemical plant. A freak accident during the fight horribly scars half of Harvey's face. Rushed to the hospital, Harvey's new scarred visage shockingly surprises everyone. Including Grace, who faints. Harvey, now Two-Face, flees into the night. Gotham's White Knight has fallen, turning into a figure of tragedy and fear. Watching Two-Face Part 1 was a gripping experience. The transformation of Harvey Dent into his darker self was portrayed with such emotional depth, while the nightmare scene, his struggle with Big Bad Harv, and the tragic accident change how we see one of Batman's most complex adversaries. In Two-Face Part 2, Harvey Dent, now the villain Two-Face, is on a vengeful mission with his new henchmen Min and Max, targeting anything linked to Rupert Thorne. Two-Face uses a coin to make decisions, symbolizing his split between good and evil.
Good side.
Batman's alter ego, Bruce Wayne, is haunted by nightmares of failing Harvey. Meanwhile, Two-Face plans to take down Thorne for good, but first, he reaches out to his former love, Grace. Batman cleverly predicts Two-Face's next hit and tries to intervene.
I know that you have friends, Harvey. Friends who love and care about you.
Harvey's friends are no friends of mine.
Is it too late? A struggle ensues, leaving Batman injured. Two-Face, torn between his two halves, kidnaps Grace, but Thorne's thugs track them down. In a dramatic showdown, Batman, Grace, and a conflicted Two-Face battle Thorne's gang. Two-Face almost kills Thorne, but loses his decision-making coin amidst Batman's heroic intervention. The police arrest Two-Face, but there is a glimmer of hope with Grace by his side. Batman, reflecting on Harvey's fate, tosses a coin into a fountain, landing heads up. A bittersweet ending, but what does it symbolize for Gotham's fallen hero? In fear of victory, Dick Grayson and his roommate Brian Rogers, a football star, are puzzled by a creepy telegram.
A fan.
As I said, weird.
Soon, athletes all over Gotham are having panic attacks during games, including Brian. Dick, also known as Robin, teams up with Batman. They're chasing crooks when suddenly Robin's paralyzed with fear. They suspect it's more than just nerves. Investigating back at their dorm, Batman finds a fear-inducing chemical on the telegram. The culprit? The Scarecrow. He's been using fear toxin to win bets by scaring athletes. At a big football game, Robin overcomes his fear to stop the Scarecrow from causing a panic. Batman swoops in, and they catch the villain. Back at home, Dick's proud as Brian signs with the Gotham Knights. A big win for the dynamic duo against fear itself. In Mad as a Hatter, Jervis Tetch, a Wayne Enterprises scientist, is totally heartbroken over his colleague Alice, who only sees him as a friend. Boom, he transforms into the Mad Hatter from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland to win her love.
This is really a surprise, Jervis. You're so quiet at work.
During a date, Jervis uses his device to control people's minds and make Alice think he's special. Batman gets involved after rescuing two mind-controlled thugs from jumping off a bridge.
You guys stay calm and...
Gotta do what Mr. Hat says.
Uh-oh, the Mad Hatter's plans go awry when Alice's boyfriend Billy proposes to her. Jervis totally snaps, controlling Billy and his boss Dr. Cates to lure Alice into his trap. At Storybook Land, Batman confronts the Mad Hatter and his mind control victims. Batman cleverly frees them and Jervis is left heartbroken, reciting the Mock Turtle as Batman apprehends him. What a twist! It's a tale of unrequited love turned villainous, with Batman again ensuring Gotham's safety. In Perchance to Dream, Batman wakes up in a world where he's not Batman. His parents are alive. He discovers he's due to marry Selina Kyle, who knows nothing about her alter ego. Catwoman. Confused, Bruce Wayne visits Dr. Leslie Tompkins, who suggests his Batman memories are fantasy.
It's called disassociation, Bruce.
Things turn weirder when Bruce can't read anything, confirming he's trapped in a dream. He confronts the dream's Batman, revealing him to be the Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter? Congratulations on...
Who created this dream world to get rid of Batman in real life. Determined to escape, Bruce jumps off a bell tower, waking up in the real world. He defeats the Mad Hatter's goons, learning that the Mad Hatter wants a Batman-free life. Batman walks away, back to his grim reality. A dream of a perfect life, shattered by the truth. In the strange secret of Bruce Wayne, Judge Vargas gets into trouble over a blackmail tape, leading Batman to investigate the Yucca Springs Health Resort. There, Dr. Hugo Strange's mind-reading machine shockingly reveals Batman's secret identity as Bruce Wayne.
And good day to you, Batman.
Uh-oh, Strange plans to auction off Batman's secret to the highest bidder, including villains like the Joker, Two-Face, and the Penguin. Bruce, captured by Strange, fakes a tape claiming anyone could be Batman. Surprise, Batman foils Strange's plan during the auction, showing the fake tape and saving his secret. The villains capture Strange, who desperately reveals Batman's identity, but they don't believe him.
Joker, please! I was set up! Bruce Wayne is Batman!
That's absurd.
Batman then cleverly stages an appearance with Bruce Wayne, actually Dick Grayson in disguise, to discredit Strange's claim. In the nick of time, Strange's theory is debunked. He's arrested, and Batman's secret remains safely tucked away. In Dreams and Darkness, Batman finds himself trapped in Arkham Asylum, wearing a straitjacket and labeled insane. He recalls how he ended up there, investigating a plot to poison Gotham's water supply. Batman confronts a man working with a poisonous gas. During the scuffle, both are exposed to the gas. Haunted by hallucinations, including a menacing Joker, Batman refuses sedation as Gotham is still in danger. He suspects the Scarecrow is behind this and heads to Arkham, only to crash his Batmobile after seeing a hallucination of Robin.
Robin!
In Arkham, Batman's warnings about Scarecrow's plot are dismissed as delusions. Meanwhile, Scarecrow plans to pump his fear toxin into Gotham's water supply. Dr. Bartholomew, the Arkham administrator, eventually believes Batman, but won't release him. Batman escapes, fights through hallucinations of his enemies, and confronts Scarecrow, who is exposed to his own toxin. Batman finally takes the antidote and rests, a bat shadow looming over him as he sleeps. A harrowing journey through Batman's worst fears and a battle for his sanity. In Beware of the Grey Ghost, Batman faces a mystery straight out of his childhood favorite TV show, The Grey Ghost. The show's hero, played by Simon Trent, dealt with a villain called the Mad Bomber. Now Gotham is threatened by a real Mad Bomber mimicking the show's plot. Bruce Wayne tracks down Trent, hoping to recall the show's ending to stop the bomber. Trent, struggling with typecasting and financial woes, initially refuses to help, but later joins Batman after realizing his character's impact. Surprise, the Mad Bomber turns out to be Ted Dimer, a toy collector obsessed with the Grey Ghost toys. Batman and Trent, dressed as the Grey Ghost, team up to stop Dimer's toy car bombs and save Gotham. Hooray! Afterward, Trent's career revived with renewed interest in the Grey Ghost. At a convention, Bruce thanks Trent, hinting at his secret identity as Batman. What a twist! In I Am the Night, Batman grapples with self-doubt on his parents' death anniversary. After a raid goes wrong, Commissioner Gordon is critically wounded, and Batman blames himself. He's super haunted by thoughts of quitting, feeling his war against crime is endless and futile. Meanwhile, the Jazzman, a mob boss Batman apprehended, escapes prison with revenge on his mind. He targets Gordon in the hospital, but Batman, overcoming his despair, intervenes just in time.
Freeze, Jimmy!
It's super intense as Batman saves Gordon, and the Jazzman is recaptured. Gordon's gratitude and admiration rekindle Batman's sense of purpose. Batman's journey of self-doubt and redemption shows his human side, reminding us that even heroes face dark times. He comes out stronger and more ready than ever to keep fighting for Gotham. In Almost Got Him, guess what? We're at the Stacked Deck bar where Gotham's notorious villains, Joker, Penguin, Two-Face, and Killer Croc chill out.
Perhaps an over-anxious mugger blew off a piece of his face. Sure.
Surprise, Poison Ivy joins the party. They're all bragging about times they almost caught Batman.
Nobody's come closer to snuffing the Batman than me.
Poison Ivy tells about her Halloween gas attack, but Batman outsmarts her with his trusty Batmobile and oxygen mask. Two-Face shares his wild story of strapping Batman to a giant penny, but Batman sneakily escapes using Two-Face's own coin. Super clever, right? Killer Croc's story? Just throwing a rock at Batman. Not so impressive. Then Penguin recounts turning a zoo aviary into a trap with poison-beaked birds, but Batman uses his quick thinking to escape. Wait for it, Joker's turn. He captures Batman in a laugh-powered electric chair on a TV show. But Batman foils his plan with a sausage and a metal rod. Plot twist, Batman was disguised as Croc the whole time. He signals the police, and bam! It's a full-on sting operation. Our hero then races to save Catwoman from becoming cat food and barely escapes her romantic advances. Classic Batman, leaving with a poof and Catwoman smiling, almost got him.
Almost got him.
Wow, I was absolutely captivated by this episode. Each villain's tale reveals so much about their character, especially Poison Ivy's clever tactics and Joker's twisted humor. The twist with Batman disguised as Killer Croc was totally genius. It is a true gem, perfectly capturing the essence of the series. How did you find it? I'm super eager to read your comments. In Christmas with the Joker, ho ho ho! It's a wild holiday in Gotham. The Joker mischievously turns a Christmas tree into a rocket and escapes Arkham Asylum. Batman and Robin, thinking it's a quiet night, patrol Gotham. But bam, the Joker's taken over TV, hosting a wacky show and kidnapping Commissioner Gordon and others, calling them the Awful Lawful Family. The Joker is up to no good, threatening to blow up a train bridge. Batman and Robin spring into action, saving the train in a daring rescue. But wait, there's more. Joker's hiding at the old Laughco toy factory, setting traps with giant toy soldiers and planes. Batman and Robin dodge bullets, smash planes, and outwit snipers dressed as teddy bears. Phew! Finally, they face Joker, who's got the hostages over a vat of molten plastic. Classic Joker, he tricks Batman with a pie in the box, but Batman's quick and saves everyone, even catching Joker when he almost falls into the vat. Bah humbug, says Joker, but Batman wishes him a Merry Christmas. Back home, Bruce and Dick enjoy It's a Wonderful Life, and Joker, he's back in his cell, still laughing. In Heart of Steel Part 1, a sneaky robot briefcase steals microchips from Wayne Enterprises. Bruce Wayne, our hero Batman, tries to catch it, but it's too clever and escapes. These aren't just any chips, they're super smart, like thinking machines. The next day, Commissioner Gordon and his daughter Barbara, she's super smart too and loves her teddy bear Whoopi, visit Bruce to chat about the theft. They mention Carl Rossum of Cybertron Industries, a genius in robot stuff. Bruce meets Rossum and his assistant, Randa Duane. She's cold like a robot. And sees Rossum's amazing invention, Hardak, a super intelligent computer. But wait, there's trouble. A robot that looks just like Gordon knocks him out and takes his place. Barbara senses something fishy. Meanwhile, Randa's makeup kit, yup, another robot, steals important files from Bruce's computer. Batman investigates but gets caught by his own robotic arms in the Batcave. Uh-oh, what'll happen next? Hey, Batman's in a bind and you can help. Smash that like button and subscribe to be part of his escape plan. Now let's see what Batman does next. In Heart of Steel Part 2, Batman's in a tight spot with robot arms grabbing him in the Batcave. He escapes, but the evil computer Hardak is causing chaos, replacing people with robots. Even Commissioner Gordon gets a robot double. Barbara Gordon, smart and brave, knows something's wrong. She calls Batman with the bat signal and tells him her dad is acting super weird. Batman battles a robot pretending to be Harvey Bullock and saves Barbara just in time. At the Gotham Club, Bruce Wayne discovers Gotham citizens with creepy red eyes. They're robots too. Changing into Batman, he outsmarts and defeats them in a daring elevator escape. Barbara's on a mission to save her dad at Cybertron, but gets caught. Batman swoops in, and they find out Hardak wants to replace all humans with robots. Yikes. They fight off robots and free the real humans, including Gordon. In a thrilling finale, Batman and Barbara, she's really brave, escape an exploding Cybertron. Back outside, everyone's safe, and Barbara finds this adventure quite exciting. In If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Rich?, Edward Nygma, a super clever software designer, gets fired by his greedy boss Daniel Mockridge, who keeps all the profits from Nygma's game, Riddle of the Minotaur. 2 years later, Mockridge wants to sell his company to Wayne Enterprises, but gets a spooky riddle from Nygma, now the tricky Riddler. Batman and Robin jump into action when the Riddler kidnaps Mockridge. They follow Riddle to a scary amusement park maze. Inside, it's chock full of dangers like fire-breathing griffins and tricky puzzles. They cleverly outsmart the maze and save Mockridge from a terrifying robot Minotaur. The Riddler gets away, leaving Mockridge filthy rich but always scared. Batman wonders, how much is a good night's sleep worth? Mockridge is so frightened, he sleeps with a shotgun, always looking over his shoulder for the Riddler. What a twist! In Joker's Wild, the Joker totally loses it in Arkham Asylum when he sees a new casino called Joker's Wild on TV. Billionaire Cameron Kaiser made it look just like Joker. The Joker escapes and heads straight there, pretending to be a blackjack dealer. Sneaky! Batman, always the detective, suspects Kaiser is up to no good. He finds out Kaiser's casino was originally Camelot themed, but changed last minute. Batman gets caught snooping by a guard, but escapes. Meanwhile, Joker's having a blast at the casino until Batman spots him. After a mix-up and a wild car chase, Batman learns Kaiser's big plan. He wants the Joker to blow up the casino for insurance money. The Joker, furious at being tricked, tries to catch Kaiser, but Batman stops him. Back at Arkham, Joker's stuck watching TV with Poison Ivy, Mad Hatter, and Scarecrow. He's not happy, muttering about his whacked-out losers of pals. What a hoot. In his Silicon Soul, some crooks break into a warehouse and accidentally unleash a Batman robot. The robotic Batman fights them off, but gets shot, revealing he's not human.
You ain't human.
Confused and damaged, he heads to Wayne Manor where Alfred realizes he's a robot duplicate from Hardak's lab. Meanwhile, the real Batman investigates and learns about the duplicate. The robot Batman, believing he's the real deal, visits Carl Rossum, Hardak's creator, for answers. Rossum can't help much, and soon the real Batman shows up for a showdown. They fight, but the robot Batman is super strong and thinks he's killed Batman. At the Batcave, robot Batman starts uploading Hardak's program to replace humans with robots, but when he realizes that he's capable of harming others, he destroys the Batcomputer and himself, stopping the evil plan. Batman, safe and sound, finds his duplicate and wonders if, in its own way, it had a soul of silicon. In what is reality, Gotham City is hit by a sneaky computer hacker, leaving riddles everywhere. First, a jogger's bank account gets wiped at an ATM, then the stock market ticker and the DMV computers get weird riddles. Batman and Commissioner Gordon figure out it's the work of the Riddler, Edward Nygma, who's erasing all his records. A mysterious ticking crate arrives at the police station, and Robin cracks it open to find a giant computer. Batman, meanwhile, solves the riddles, 500, 1000, 5, as Roman numerals D, M, and V, leading them back to the DMV. Things heat up when Riddler traps Gordon's mind in a virtual reality game. Batman dives into the digital world to save him, facing exploding dots, a runaway train, and giant chess pieces. Finally, in Riddlerville, Batman outsmarts Riddler in a wild virtual showdown, but Riddler gets stuck in his own game, trapped in virtual reality. What a crazy riddle-filled adventure for Batman and Robin. In The Laughing Fish, the Joker's latest prank shocks Gotham's fishermen. Every fish caught has a creepy Joker smile. Batman is on the case, analyzing these bizarre Joker fish. Meanwhile, Joker visits the Gotham Office of Copyrights with a wild idea. He wants to copyright the fish because they bear his likeness. Mr. G. Carl Francis, the poor guy at his office, is told that he has until midnight to agree. Batman figures out the toxin only affects fish, but Joker's not done. He threatens another office worker, Mr. Thomas Jackson, on TV. Despite police protection, Joker still manages to attack both men, using a rocket-propelled swordfish and a Joker fish-infected cat. Batman narrowly escapes being poisoned too. The Joker's grand finale, trying to feed Detective Bullock to a shark, but Batman swaps places with Bullock, outsmarts the shark, and confronts Joker on a rooftop. Joker, trapped, jumps into the sea where a shark awaits. He disappears without a trace, leaving Batman and everyone else wondering if he's really gone. What a fishy and thrilling adventure. In Harley and Ivy, watch out. The Joker's car chase with Batman turns super crazy, thanks to Harley Quinn's driving. But when they return to their hideout, Joker is not happy with Harley and literally kicks her out. Feeling defiant, Harley tries to steal the Harlequin diamond from the Gotham Museum, but runs into Poison Ivy. The two escape the police together, and Ivy invites Harley to her toxic hideout, giving her a special serum for protection. Harley and Ivy team up for a crime spree, tying up the Men-Only Peregrinators Club and looting all over Gotham. They become best friends, even though Ivy's not too keen on Harley's obsession with the Joker.
Will you stop? I can't believe you're still mooning over that psychotic creep.
Meanwhile, Joker totally misses Harley. He can't even find his socks. He gets jealous of their success as the new queens of crime and tracks them down. Batman also finds their hideout, but gets captured by Ivy's plans. Chaos erupts when Joker tries to steal their loot.
Ooh, look at the goodies.
That's ours, you louse.
Ivy's immune to his gas, but they still have to run. Batman escapes his plant trap and stops the bad guys, but not before the whole place catches fire. In the end, Harley and Ivy are caught by Officer Montoya, and all three, Harley, Ivy, and Joker, ended up back in Arkham Asylum. Harley's still hopeful about her and Joker, but Ivy's fed up, throwing mud at Harley's face. And the man who killed Batman, Sidney Debris, a small-time crook, accidentally gets a reputation as the guy who killed Batman. It all starts when Sidney, nicknamed Sid the Squid, is seen fighting Batman on a rooftop. After a big explosion, Sidney emerges with Batman's cape and cowl, making everyone think he defeated Batman. The news spreads fast, and Sidney becomes a hero in the criminal underworld. But Sidney's not happy. Now everyone wants to fight or kill him to prove themselves. The Joker, upset about not being the one to defeat Batman, involves Sidney in a scheme to confirm Batman's demise. A fake funeral for Batman, hosted by Joker, ends with Sidney nearly dropped into acid. But hooray, Sidney escapes, thanks to Batman, who's been alive all along. Batman had dodged the explosion, observing what unfolded. Now in prison, Sidney enjoys his newfound respect among the inmates. He finally feels like a big shot, even if it's all a big misunderstanding. What a crazy turn of events for Sid the Squid. In Zatanna, Bruce Wayne and Alfred watch the enchanting magician Zatanna perform. Bruce remembers training with her and her father, Zatara, in his younger days, but oh no, Zatanna's big finale at the Gotham Mint goes wrong when the money she makes disappears for real. She's framed for the theft and arrested, but Batman believes she's innocent and helps her escape.
I'm sure whoever framed you knew how your trick was done. They may have left a clue at the Mint.
Batman and Zatanna team up to find the real thief. They suspect Dr. Montague Kane, a wealthy adventurer. Their investigation leads to Kane's mansion, but it's a trap. They escape a deadly room with spikes and then confront Kane on his seaplane.
Ta-da! Oh, Monty, you fell for
this.
After a thrilling battle on the plane, Zatanna knocks out Kane with a powerful punch. With the bad guys finally caught, Batman and Zatanna share a moment, reminiscing about old times.
And for what it's worth, Dad would have been proud of you tonight.
You too.
Zatanna vanishes in her magical style, leaving Batman a note and a promise to write. What an electrifying adventure with magic and mystery. In Robin's Reckoning Part 1, things get super intense in Gotham. Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo, are out to stop some shady crooks at a construction site. But bam! When Batman hears the name Billy Marin, he goes solo, leaving Robin utterly puzzled in the Batcave.
We'll discuss this later.
Robin, feeling a bit left out, does some bad computer sleuthing, and boom! Discovers a shocker. Billy Marin is actually Tony Zuko, the baddie responsible for his parents' tragic circus incident. Flashback to young Robin at Haley's Circus, where Robin's family, the Graysons, were stars until Zuko's cruel sabotage turned their act into a horrific nightmare. Meanwhile, Batman's haunted by his own past failures trying to nab Zuko, who's been playing a cunning game of hide-and-seek with him since the Graysons incident. Despite Alfred's wise words, Batman's still fixated on catching Zuko.
I'm sure revenge can be deliciously sweet. However, at the moment, he needs a friend.
The twist? Robin's not waiting around. He's determined to catch Zuko himself, with or without Batman's blessing. It's a tale of revenge, mystery, and a hero's inner turmoil. In Robin's Reckoning Part 2, it's detective time for Robin. He's totally pumped to catch the bad guy Tony Zuko, but Batman's like, nope, you're not coming. Batman goes off the grid, but Robin's not giving up. Flashback alert, little Robin also on a solo mission hunting for Zuko in the big city. He even rescues Chi-Chi, a hustler from Himini pimp Lenny. Chi-Chi's a big help and points Robin to Zuko's hideout. But yikes, Zuko almost gets him, and Batman has to swoop in and save the day. Fast forward, and Robin's now tracking down Zuko's henchman. He's a tech genius using a phone tracker to find Zuko's address. Meanwhile, Batman's in a pickle. He's hurt his leg and is trying to escape Zuko's gang in an abandoned amusement park. Talk about a bad day. Robin zooms in on his motorcycle, super mad at Zuko, and gives him a good thrashing. But when it comes to making the final call, Batman steps in, and they have a serious heart-to-heart. Turns out Batman was just scared of losing Robin. Aw, bromance. The sun's coming up as they walk away, buddies again, after the police take Zuko away. What an epic night, huh? In Shadow of the Bat Part 1, Commissioner Gordon and Deputy Commissioner Gil Mason nab mob boss Rupert Thorne, thanks to Mason's secret informant. But then, shockingly, Gordon gets arrested for taking bribes.
James Gordon, I have a warrant for your arrest.
Barbara Gordon, practicing gymnastics at home, is totally stunned when Mason arrests her dad. Batman sneaks into the police station to check the evidence and secretly chats with Gordon in jail.
I gotta look at the evidence. Those deposit receipts.
He suspects someone else is framing Gordon. Barbara begs Batman to support her dad at a police rally, but Batman's busy hunting for the truth. So Barbara takes matters into her own heroic hands and becomes Batgirl for the first time, appearing at the rally. But look out, things get dangerous when a car speeds by, shooting. Batgirl courageously stops it. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne, undercover as Matches Malone, follows a thug named Mad Dog and, oops, gets captured by Two-Face's gang. The exciting ending of the episode is marked by Barbara gearing up as Batgirl, ready to dive into the night for justice. What a thrilling turn of events in Gotham. In Shadow of the Bat Part 2, Gotham City gets even more exciting. Batgirl and Robin both spy on Gil Mason, who's having a secret meeting with Two-Face. Two-Face spills the beans. He's been manipulating Mason to take down his rivals and boost Mason's career, all while planning to replace Commissioner Gordon. Uh-oh, Batgirl and Robin are discovered, leading to a thrilling escape. Batman, still disguised as Matches Malone, reunites with Robin and gets his costume back. Despite Batman's warnings, Batgirl proves her worth by saving Robin from a flood in the tunnel. Two-Face breaks Commissioner Gordon out of jail, but Batgirl warns the police. Batman and Robin escaping the flood tunnel and rush to the rescue. At Bayshore Wharf, Batgirl helps free Gordon and takes down Mason in a heart-pounding boat chase. With Mason unconscious and Gordon cleared of all charges, Gotham City welcomes Batgirl as a new hero. Bruce Wayne, watching with Dick Grayson, hints that there's room for Batgirl in their crime-fighting team. Barbara Gordon, standing nearby, smiles knowingly. In Mudslide, Clayface, a villain made of living clay, is back in Gotham City. He cleverly disguises himself as a guard and robs a financial firm, but Batman quickly figures out it's him. During their confrontation, Clayface collapses and is rescued by his friend, Stella Bates.
Matthew, get in.
Stella, a scientist, is trying to help Clayface. She coats him in plastic to keep him together and plans to use a special isotope, MP40, to restore his powers. Batman discovers Clayface is dying and needs treatment to survive. Clayface breaks into Wayne Biomedical Labs to steal the MP40. Batman chases him onto a train, but Clayface escapes, melting into a truck. Batman finds Stella's lab, where she's treating Clayface with MP40.
No!
Batman, no! Turn it back on!
A fierce battle ensues, spilling onto a cliff in the rain. Clayface, weakened by the rain, falls into the ocean and dissolves. Stella is left heartbroken, and Batman takes her to the authorities. A tragic end for Clayface in a battle full of twists and turns. In House and Garden, a mysterious creature robs a financial firm, leaving a trail of strange green poison. Batman suspects Poison Ivy, but Commissioner Gordon thinks she's reformed. Ivy, now married to her psychiatrist Dr. Stephen Carlisle and stepmother to his 2 children, seems to be living a happy, crime-free life. However, Dick Grayson is attacked by a plant-like creature, which also kidnaps him. Bruce Wayne gets a ransom demand from the creature and realizes Ivy might still be involved. He follows Ivy, who appears content as a housewife, but discovers the truth in her secret lab. Batman and Robin find Dr. Carlisle, who's been mind-controlled by Ivy. Ivy's been creating plant-human hybrids using Carlisle's DNA to form a family. Batman and Robin battle these plant monsters, eventually defeating them with Weed Killer. In the end, Poison Ivy, still craving a family, escapes Gotham, leaving behind a tearful goodbye. Batman reflects on Ivy's search for happiness in her own twisted way, a tale of longing and deception in Gotham City. In Sideshow, Killer Croc makes a daring escape while being transported in prison. Batman, disguised as a reporter, jumps into action to stop him, but both fall off a train into the forest. Croc, affected by a tranquilizer, mistakenly thinks he's killed Batman and runs off. In the forest, Croc meets a unique family of circus performers with physical differences. Billy the Seal Boy, Goliath the Giant, Richard the Hunchback, and the Siamese twins May and June. They welcome Croc, thinking he's just like them. Croc pretends to be friendly, helping with chores, but aha! He secretly plans to steal their $50,000 savings. Batman, recovering from his fall, tracks Croc down. When he finds Croc's new friends, a fight breaks out. Croc turns on the family, revealing his true intentions. Batman and the family work together to stop Croc, who ends up trapped in a watermill. As the police take Croc away, Billy sadly realizes that Croc was just being himself all along. A tale of trust, betrayal, and the quest for acceptance in the outskirts of Gotham. In trial, Gotham City's new district attorney, Janet Van Dorn, criticizes Batman for creating Gotham's supercriminals.
Batman is our best weapon.
I say he's a drug the city keeps taking to avoid facing reality.
But guess what? Ironically, she and Batman are kidnapped and taken to Arkham Asylum.
Me defending you? As far as I'm concerned, you belong in here with them.
Where the inmates, led by Two-Face and the Joker, put Batman on an unusual trial. Janet, despite her disdain for Batman, is forced to defend him. The villains, including Poison Ivy, Mad Hatter, and Harley Quinn, argue that Batman drove them to crime. Janet brilliantly refutes their claims, proving that their criminal choices were their own.
You could have respected her wishes and left her alone.
I'd have killed her first!
Surprise, surprise, the jury finds Batman not guilty, but the Joker plans to execute them anyway. In a dark twist, the Joker tries to unmask Batman, but Janet uses a hidden batarang to cause a blackout, helping them escape. After a tense confrontation with villains like Scarecrow and Killer Croc, Batman and Janet are rescued by Commissioner Gordon and the police. As dawn breaks, Janet admits she was wrong about Batman. They both yearn for a Gotham that doesn't need Batman's vigilante justice. Oh man, watching Trial was an unforgettable experience for me. The twist of Batman standing trial in Arkham, with the villains as jury and Janet Van Dorn as his reluctant defender, was both ingenious and captivating. It was fascinating to see the characters in a courtroom drama, challenging the very nature of Batman's influence on Gotham. What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to leave a comment below. In Harlequinade, the Joker mischievously steals a massive bomb, threatening to turn Gotham into one big dent. Oh no. With the city at serious risk and no leads, Batman and Commissioner Gordon make a desperate deal with Harley Quinn, offering her a full pardon if she helps them find the Joker. Bam! Harley leads Batman to Joker's hideout, revealing a city-wide surveillance system, but no Joker. Next, they crash a mob party where Harley performs a song to distract the gangsters while Batman and Robin fight them off. Harley finally reveals Joker's location. He's holding Mayor Hill hostage at his mansion, planning to blow up the bomb without any ransom demands. Look out! Batman and Robin intervene, but Harley, feeling betrayed by Batman's rough approach, handcuffs them. However, she realizes Joker's true intentions sadly don't include saving her or their beloved hyenas from the explosion. In a dramatic twist, Harley frees Batman and Robin, and they swiftly disable the bomb. Joker, flying a plane, tries to destroy the bomb itself. Surprise! Harley, feeling betrayed and angry, points a machine gun at Joker, but only a rat-tat-tat flag pops out. Joker, unfazed, laughs and embraces Harley, bizarrely renewing their twisted romance. In Bane, Gotham's criminal mastermind Rupert Thorne hires the superhuman assassin Bane to eliminate Batman. Wow! Bane, powered by a venomous chemical, arrives in Gotham and quickly demonstrates his strength by defeating Killer Croc and damaging the Batmobile.
What?
Batman investigates and learns about Bane's origins from Project Gilgamesh, a program to create super soldiers. Meanwhile, Bane and Thorne's aide, Candace, secretly plot to overthrow Thorne. Oh no! Bane captures Robin, luring Batman to a thrilling confrontation on a ship. The battle is super intense, with Batman using agility to counter Bane's brute strength. In a critical moment, Batman overloads Bane's venom supply, causing him to lose his superhuman abilities. Hooray! After rescuing Robin, Batman exposes Candace's betrayal to Thorne, leaving Bane defeated and Thorne enraged at his disloyal aide.
Gotham could be yours. So could I.
And what about your employer?
A high-stakes episode showcasing the dangers and deceptions in Gotham's underworld. In Second Chance, Two-Face aka Harvey Dent is about to undergo surgery that might cure a split personality. As Batman and Robin watch over, thugs burst into the hospital and kidnap Harvey, leaving Batman and Robin to chase them in vain. Suspecting either the Penguin or Rupert Thorne, the dynamic duo splits up to investigate. Robin confronts Thorne, but, oh no, ends up in a dangerous situation, while Batman interrogates the Penguin at Stonegate Penitentiary, learning he's not behind the kidnapping. Reuniting, Batman brilliantly deduces the real culprit, Two-Face himself, or rather his darker side, Big Bad Harv. He finds Two-Face at the Half Moon Club, but whoops, gets captured. Two-Face reveals he kidnapped himself to prevent losing his alter ego. In a dramatic turn, Two-Face struggles with his identity, continuously flipping his coin, which Batman has swapped with one that always lands on edge.
No, it is impossible.
Just in time, as thugs prepare to attack, Robin intervenes. Eventually, Two-Face lets Batman save him,
Harvey, pull yourself up.
showing a glimpse of Harvey's control. Back at Arkham, Bruce Wayne reflects on the importance of having someone like Dick Grayson, who's always got his back, echoing his relationship with Harvey. In Riddler's Reform, the Riddler's parole from Arkham Asylum and teams up with Charles Baxter of Wacko Toys. Batman and Robin are super skeptical of Riddler's reformation, especially when a robbery coincides with one of his toy commercials containing a hidden riddle. Batman cleverly deciphers another of Riddler's riddles, leading them to a jewelry store heist. Although the dynamic duo intervenes, Riddler's thugs escape. At a high-class party, Batman confronts Riddler, but is humiliated when Riddler reveals their conversation to the guests.
He's here because he hasn't got a clue.
Determined to rid himself of Batman's interference, Riddler sets a trap at a toy fair, believing he has killed Batman in an explosion. Surprise! Batman survives by hiding in a safe. Riddler, haunted by not knowing how Batman escaped, is driven to madness and is taken back to Arkham. Bruce Wayne reveals to Dick Grayson and Alfred that he survived the explosion by using the safe as a shield. As things wind down, it ends with Riddler obsessively trying to figure out Batman's escape, much to the annoyance of his fellow inmates at Arkham. A thrilling episode of mind games and obsession in Gotham. In Baby Doll, former child star Mary Louise Dahl, known as Baby Doll, kidnaps her old sitcom castmates. Oh boy, she's suffering from a rare condition that prevents her from aging. She looks like a child, despite being 30. Batman and Robin conduct an investigation of her disappearances, discovering her condition and her resentment towards a character named Cousin Spunky, who overshadowed her on the show. Baby Doll's plan includes a mock-up of the sitcom set and a rigged birthday cake with dynamite. In a daring rescue, Robin sneakily disguises Spunky, heroically saves everyone from the explosive finale. The pursuit leads to an amusement park where a distraught Baby Doll confronts her reflection in a house of mirrors, symbolizing the adult life she never had. Overcome with emotion, she breaks down and Batman compassionately consoles her.
I didn't mean to.
As the tale unfolds, Baby Doll is in Batman's care, a poignant moment reflecting her struggle with reality versus the world she wanted. A touching tale of lost childhood and the pursuit of acceptance. In Harley's Holiday, Harley Quinn is released from Arkham Asylum with a clean bill of mental health. But oh boy, her attempt at a normal life quickly spirals into chaos. While stopping, she accidentally triggers a security alarm and panics, believing she's being arrested. In her confusion, she kidnaps Veronica Vreeland, who was with Bruce Wayne, and drives off in Bruce's car. General Vreeland, Veronica's father, jumps into action, as do Batman and Robin. Harley seeks help from her old acquaintance, Foxy Bennett, but ends up in a high-speed chase with the police. Foxy and General Vreeland all converging on her. Yikes! In the resulting confusion, Harley dangles dangerously from a rooftop billboard. Batman saves her, and she's returned to Arkham. But guess what? Not for long, as Veronica drops the charges.
Miss Vreeland dropped the kidnapping charges. With a little more hard work, you should be ready to re-enter society for good.
Batman sympathizes with Harley's struggle for a normal life and gives her the dress she initially tried to buy, leading to a surprising kiss from Harley. A roller coaster of emotions, this episode beautifully shows Harley's struggle to adapt to a life outside of crime. In Batgirl Returns, a Jade Cat statuette is stolen from Gotham University. Batgirl investigates and crosses paths with Catwoman, who insists she's innocent.
Well, well, look what the Bat dragged in. Give up. I've caught you.
Despite a brief scuffle, they team up, with Batgirl giving Catwoman a chance to prove her innocence. Their investigation leads them to Roland Daggett's lab, where they find the stolen statuette. Daggett plans to frame Catwoman for the theft, but Batgirl and Catwoman, joined by Robin, defeat Daggett and his goons. In a twist, Catwoman admits she had planned to steal the Jade Cat all along. She escapes police custody, leaving Batgirl and Robin behind. The episode ends with Batgirl refusing Catwoman's offer to team up, hinting at future encounters. Dynamic episode, blending action, mystery, and the complex relationship between Batgirl and Catwoman. In Deep Freeze, Mr. Freeze is abducted from Arkham Asylum by a powerful robot. Batman and Robin investigate, leading them to Grant Walker, a wealthy theme park mogul. Walker, fascinated by Freeze's prolonged lifespan, wants Freeze to replicate his accident and render Walker immortal. Walker's been keeping Freeze's wife Nora, leveraging her safety to coerce Freeze's cooperation. Walker's grand plan is to freeze Gotham City and create a utopian world on his island Oceania. Batman and Robin attempt to thwart Walker's plan but are captured. Freeze, seeing the extent of Walker's madness and remembering his wife's love, turns against Walker. He helps Batman and Robin stop the freeze cannon, but decides to stay with Nora as Oceania collapses. In the aftermath, Walker is trapped beneath the sea, immortal but immobile. Breeze, adrift in the Arctic, is left in solemn vigil beside Nora. A chilling tale of love, sacrifice, and the consequences of seeking immortality. In the terrible trio, 3 wealthy young men wearing masks of a fox, vulture, and a shark start a wild spree of robberies for thrills. After Robin is safe and narrowly escaping Batman and Robin, the media dubs them the Terrible Trio.
Plan B, then.
Bruce Wayne encounters the trio, Warren Lawford, Army, and Gunter at a charity event. They reveal their boredom with life despite their immense wealth.
Oh, Warren, you are a lifesaver.
It's only money.
The trio later robs the apartment of Sheldon Fallbrook, a wealthy businessman, and Warren's girlfriend, Rebecca's father. Batman and Robin, playing detective, deduce the trio's identities. Feeling trapped, the trio attempt to kill Rebecca by staging a car accident. Batman and Robin intervene, saving Rebecca and capturing the trio.
Let's go, Fox.
In the end, Warren, believing his wealth can save him, is proven wrong as he faces the grim reality of prison life. What a twist! A tale of privilege gone awry, exposing the danger of wealth and boredom in Gotham. In Showdown, brace yourselves, the dynamic duo Batman and Robin embark on a sleuthing mission, the kidnapping of an elderly resident from a retirement home by the Society of Shadows. They find a tape left by Ra's al Ghul which reveals a story from 1883 involving the notorious bounty hunter Jonah Hex. Hex is hot on the trail of Arcady Duvall, an outlaw overseer working for Ra's al Ghul. Ra's plans to use a massive airship, the Phoenix, to destroy the Transcontinental Railroad and take over the United States government. Action-packed, Hex infiltrates the airship and disrupts Ra's destructive plan, capturing Duvall in the process. Fast forward to the present, Batman and Robin confront Ra's at the airport. Ra's reveals that the elderly captive is his son, Arcady Duvall. Having lived a long life due to exposure to the Lazarus Pit, Duvall's mind is now sadly broken. Ra's asks Batman and Robin to let him take care of his son in his final days, to which Batman reluctantly agrees. A gripping tale blending the past with the present, skillfully showcasing the complexities of family and duty. In Catwalk, Selina Kyle, once known as Catwoman, is haunted by her past life of crime and adventure. At a museum exhibit, her frustration with her new, ordinary life is ignited by a confrontation with Veronica Vreeland. Selina's anger towards the Vreeland family's hunting legacy is palpable. Later, Selina is kidnapped by Rhino and persuaded by the ventriloquist and Scarface to steal jewels from the Vreelands as a form of revenge.
Ah, that's better.
You gotta be kidding.
During the heist, she realizes she's been set up by Scarface, who planned to rob the museum of its extinct animal exhibits.
Great. Someone else is hitting the place.
Despite her attempts to prove her innocence to Batman, Catwoman is drawn back into her old ways. In a showdown at Scarface's hideout, Catwoman destroys Scarface but is stopped by Batman before she can harm the ventriloquist. Although Batman tries to apprehend her, Catwoman escapes, resigning herself to her solitary cat that walks alone persona. A story of temptation, betrayal, and the struggle between past identities and present realities. In A Bullet for Bullock, Detective Harvey Bullock finds himself targeted by a series of assassination attempts. Oh boy, he reluctantly turns to Batman for help, fearing his reputation could be damaged if his colleagues find out. Batman, always ready for action, agrees to investigate, while Bullock continues his rough and tumble police work. Batman narrows down the suspect to Vincent the Shark Starkey, a criminal who lost his empire to Bullock. Bullock, meanwhile, raids journalist Summer Gleason's files for information, leading to a confrontation at Starkey's hideout.
Nobody move!
However, Starkey denies involvement in the attacks on Bullock. Surprise, the true culprit is revealed to be Nivens, Bullock's apartment building owner who despises Bullock for his rude behavior and messiness. Batman swoops in just in time to save Bullock from Nivens' final assassination attempt. Wrapping things up, Bullock somewhat ironically considering moving out of his apartment and expressing genuine gratitude to Batman. A gritty tale brilliantly highlights Bullock's complex character and Gotham's dark landscape. In The Lion and the Unicorn, Alfred receives a super mysterious call for help from England and promptly leaves Gotham.
Where's Alfred?
Dear Master Bruce, my apologies for leaving so abruptly.
Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne, totally surprised by his sudden departure, soon learn that Alfred has been kidnapped by the Red Claw, a formidable adversary. In London, Alfred and his colleague Frederick are taken to a Scottish castle where Red Claw aims to launch a nuclear missile.
If you do exactly as I say, you might live to see tomorrow.
Holy cow! Batman and Robin fly to London, uncovering Alfred's jaw-dropping past as a British government agent. They learn that Alfred and Frederick are the only two people who know the missile's launch code. Action time! Infiltrating the castle, Batman and Robin battle Red Claw's thugs, although Alfred cleverly disguises the launch code in British poetry. But yikes! Red Claw deciphers it and initiates the missile launch. Batman pursues the missile in the Batwing, grappling with Red Claw aboard the aircraft. Phew, he manages to eject her and destroy the missile just in time, saving the day for London. In the heartwarming final scene, Alfred decides to head back to Gotham, reaffirming his commitment to the Wayne family. What an adventure! A thrilling international adventure highlighting Alfred's hidden past and his unwavering loyalty. Batman the Animated Series brought Gotham's darkest tales to light, thrilling us at every turn. But there's more excitement just around the corner. Can't get enough action-packed stories? The Venture Bros is your next must-watch. From superhero feats to hysterical escapades, it's a crazy wild ride you simply can't miss. Keep watching for the unexpected twist. You'll be glad you did.